Vous parlez au micro s'il vous plaît, j'ai quelque chose à dire. Elle manœuvre Marosan.
Gleida Legrar Chanukah. Happy Chanukah, everybody. Thank you so much for joining us. Welcome to the fourth Chanukah celebration on Reykjavik. I would like to thank Reykjavik City and Mayor Dagur for making this menorah and for this celebration possible. He's not here tonight. He was here with us in 2019, gave a wonderful speech. So we thank the mayor for making this all possible. I would like to give a special thank you to the Reykjavik police who will be passing by today. Thank you for being here with us today, and thank you for your hard work every single day of the year. I would like to give a very warm welcome to Chargé d'Affaires of the U.S. Embassy, Michelle Yerkin, Norwegian Ambassador Odd, French Ambassador Sophie, German Ambassador Dietrich, Polish Ambassador Gerard, and Canadian Ambassador Jeanette. Thank you for your support and for your friendship. It is an absolute honor and pleasure to have with us here today First Lady Eliza Reid. Thank you for your friendship. We're very grateful to the government of Iceland and the people of Iceland for being an open and welcoming society where people of all backgrounds and cultures can feel at home. This year, Iceland officially recognized Judaism as a religion and as a community. On behalf of the Jewish community of Iceland, we thank the government for enabling and encouraging and supporting Judaism in Iceland. And finally, thank you to each and every one of you for coming here today and joining us for this great celebration. Look, the rain stopped just in time for us. And now, please enjoy the Reykjavik Klezmer Band.
Shalom Aleichem, Evenu Shalom Aleichem, Evenu Shalom Aleichem, Evenu Shalom, Shalom, Shalom Aleichem, Evenu Shalom Aleichem, Evenu Shalom Aleichem, Evenu Shalom Aleichem, Evenu Shalom, Shalom, Shalom Aleichem, Evenu Shalom Aleichem, Evenu Shalom Aleichem, Evenu Shalom Aleichem, Evenu Shalom, Shalom, Shalom Aleichem, Evenu Shalom Aleichem, Evenu Shalom Aleichem, Evenu Shalom Aleichem, Evenu Shalom, Shalom.
menorah here today is made in Iceland. I'd like to give a very big thank you to Mike and Alex for building it and wiring it up. And thank you to Eiríkur for helping with that as well. I'd like to give a tremendous thank you to our volunteers, Gitti, Finnur, and Yael. Esther, thank you so much. It is my great honor and privilege to introduce to you First Lady Eliza Reid, who will share a few words with us.
Rabbi Feldman, ambassadors, dear guests, happy Hanukkah. Thank you very much for asking me to come today and have the opportunity to share a few words with you. I think there is really no better place in some senses for a celebration of the Festival of Lights than the world's most northerly capital city. If there's anywhere at this time of year that needs more light, more celebration of light, it's somewhere like Reykjavik here, right near the Arctic Circle. And it's wonderful to be able to have a more visual representation of Hanukkah here in the center of our capital city, so that people can be reminded of light and all of its importance now during the darkest time of year. But I believe that Hanukkah is also really a celebration, a spirit of strength and of perseverance, endurance. And I think, considering what all of us around the world have endured and have stood together during, this is another perfect example of some of the symbolism of Hanukkah for everybody, whether or not people celebrate the festival themselves, is this idea of strength and perseverance, and how we are all stronger together than we are apart. And if anything that the last year has shown us, that is, I think, a very important message for us to remember and consider at this time of year. Finally, and maybe extra specially for me personally as an immigrant in Iceland, I think here in Iceland, Hanukkah also reminds us of our country's diversity and multiculturalism, and how important that is to a society, how important the values of diversity and multiculturalism are to our society, are to, in terms of what immigrants can contribute to our country, and in terms of how much richer, more prosperous and successful it can make all of us. I know that, we immigrants in Iceland number more than senior citizens in Iceland, and the more that we can celebrate and showcase that diversity, that helps us understand each other, that helps us show as well that there is so much more that unites us than divides us. And this is exactly the time of year to be reminded of that. And I think having the menorah here right in the center of Reykjavik serves again to remind us of the diversity that we can celebrate here in Iceland, and of some of those many things that unite people around the world. So thank you again very much, Rabbi, for inviting me to say a few words today, and happy Hanukkah to everybody. Thank you.
Of course, yeah. My pleasure.
Thank you so much, Eliza, for those beautiful words. On behalf of the Jewish community, I'd like to present you with a gift. Just like the menorah, in your role as First Lady, you're constantly a shining light of help and support for the people of Iceland. Okay.
Oh, that's so kind. Thank you so much.
Should we take a quick photo
Yeah,
together?
absolutely.
Okay, this is a video.
Thank you so much.
My friends, we live in unusual times, and for many people, difficult times. Many people are suffering from losses and other challenges. We could all do with a little more love, a little more hope, and a little more joy. The menorah teaches us that even a small flame can make a big difference in the night. Even a small candle can fill a whole room with light. Look at this beautiful menorah standing here. It brings us joy, pride, and inspiration. My friends, we can each be a menorah. We can each be a light of positivity and a light of inspiration. We can light up our own lives, and we can share that light with the people around us, with our friends, our neighbors, and community. A small flame of goodness, a small act of kindness goes a long way. Every mitzvah that we do has a tremendous impact. Think about a mitzvah, a good deed that you can dedicate yourself to. Think about someone who you know who you could help out. Reach out to a friend or to a neighbor. Put a smile on their face. No light is too weak, and no person is too small. The amazing thing about a flame is that one flame can light many candles. And no matter how many candles you light, its own brightness is never diminished. When we brighten up the lives of the people around us, it will make our lives shine even more brightly and ever more meaningfully. Join us this Chanukah with lighting our menorahs in Iceland. Tonight we'll light one candle, tomorrow two, and so on. Every night will bring more light into our lives and into the world. Happy Chanukah. We're now going to light up the menorah. Tonight is the first night, and I'm going to ask our First Lady, Aliza, to please come up front here near the menorah. This menorah is symbolic, and so we light it with electricity. But please be sure to use your candle menorah at home tonight as well as the other nights of Chanukah. So before you go home today, feel free to pick up your very own Chanukah menorah kit. We're now going to sing the blessings together, the blessings that we'll make again at home, and we will then light the first candle in honor of the first night of Chanukah. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam asher kiddushanu b'mitzvotav v'tzivanu lehadlik ner Chanukah. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam she'asa nisim avoteinu vayamim hahem bazman hazeh. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam she'echiyanu v'kimanu v'higiyanu la 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 el hazman hazeh. Thank you, Aliza. Sur Yeshuati Echana Elishabeach Tikon Beit Tefilati V'Shem Toda Nizabeach Le'et Hakimat Be'ach Nitzar Nabeach Azekun V'Shir Nishon Azekun V'Shir Nishon Chanukat HaMizbeach. We can play this song actually now.
so. Chanukah, Uato, Chanukah, Uato, Sebifon, so. Aksimcha, Ulaan, Neskato, Eyasha, Neskato, Eyasha, Aksimcha, Ulaan. Sevivon, so. Chanukah, Uato, Chanukah, Uato, Sevivon, so. Aksimcha, Ula, Neskato, Eyasha, Neskato, Eyasha, Neskato, Eyasha, oh. Sevivon. C'est vivant, Nescado. C'est vivant, c'est vivant, c'est vivant, c'est vivant. Thank you.
I'd like to introduce to you Chargé d'Affaires of the U.S. Embassy, Michelle Yerkin. Thank you so much for joining us. And please share with us some Chanukah inspiration.
Good evening, everyone, and happy Hanukkah. It's a privilege to join you as we gather to light the menorah. I would like to applaud Rabbi Feldman, the Jewish community in Iceland, and the city of Reykjavik for putting this impressive and symbolic menorah right here in the heart of downtown Reykjavik. For 4 years, this very public lighting of the menorah has been a community celebration of unity and freedom. The menorah's placement in this location is a testament to the values of religious freedom and religious tolerance here in Iceland. We cherish these values. Religious freedom is enshrined in the U.S. Constitution's First Amendment and also in the UN Universal Declaration of Human Rights. Iceland's constitution also protects the fundamental freedom of religion and practice. The United States' commitment to defending freedom of religion and belief goes back to the very founding of our nation, and that commitment continues today. Universal values such as these are the glue that bind the United States and Iceland together. The menorah itself is a symbol of wisdom and light triumphing over darkness. It is a symbol of enlightenment and perseverance. More than anything, it is a symbol of rededication. As Vice President Harris has said, Hanukkah is a celebration of Tikkun Olam, which is about fighting for justice and fighting for the dignity of all people, and it's about rededication. The Vice President's use of the phrase Tikkun Olam, a Hebrew term meaning repairing the world, is spot on. While the concept of Tikkun Olam is certainly rooted in the religious and spiritual world, its temporal meaning places an emphasis on acts of social responsibility and fixing the world as we know it. Hanukkah, therefore, is a time for us to rededicate ourselves to repairing the world. Whether that world is your neighborhood, your city, your nation, or further, our challenge is to do what we can to make a positive difference. It has become a tradition in the U.S. Embassy to be present at these events, and thank you so much for this honor. I am proud to say that many members of Iceland's Jewish community are also Americans. America is the country with the second largest Jewish population in the world, and Hanukkah is celebrated throughout the United States. That's why I'm incredibly honored to be here today, and I wish you all Chok Samayach. Thank you very much.
And just before we have some more music, Andrea, please come up. Andrea's going to say a short prayer for health, for the people of Iceland, and for the entire world.
I lift my eyes to the mountain. Where does my help come from? My help comes from the light and spirit, the maker of heaven and earth. God will not let your foot slip. God who watches over you will not slumber. Indeed, God who watches over Israel will neither slumber nor sleep. God watches over you. God is your shadow in your right hand. The sun will not harm you by day, nor the moon by night. God will keep you from all harm and will watch over your life. God will watch over your coming and going, both now and forevermore. Psalm 121.
Thank you. Thank you, Andrea.
Thank you so much. And now for some more music.
Thank you to the Reykjavik Klezmer Band. You guys are amazing. It's already tradition. It's the second year in a row. You guys are awesome. Thank you, First Lady. Thank you to the ambassadors who are here. Thank you to the amazing community, friends of the community, and passersby. And most of all, thank you to Rabbi Avi.
Nelly, 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 Daddy, Chanukah, Nelly, Daddy, Chanukah, Nelly, Chanukah, Shihim Yashir. Nelly, 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 Daddy, Chanukah, Nelly, Daddy, Chanukah. Chanukah, Shihim Yashir. Nelly, 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 Daddy, Chanukah, Nelly, Daddy, Chanukah, Shihim Yashir.
Terrified about you not getting the regular cards. This combination
Thank you so much. This was I'm so grateful that you came out.
على نسيم على بوكان على جبروت على تشورات على نسيم على بوكان على جبروت